on the UT Martin Skyhawk Sports Network. And don't forget our basketball coach Heath Schroyer will join us in just a little while, so stay with us for that. Coach, let's look at the week in the Ohio Valley Conference as Eastern Illinois gets the win at Tennessee Tech. Final score in that one was 41-10. A team you'll see, Eastern Illinois, in the last game of the season.
You know, I've been looking at them for the past 4 weeks, and once they got through their non-conference, now they're in conference. They're 4-1, and they're rolling, and they're winning big, and they're rushing the football. So we're worried about that one in 2 weeks, but that's going to be a great challenge.
Eastern Kentucky and Tennessee State put up a lot of points. It was 56-42.
Yeah,
the
surprising.
Yeah,
it
I
really
was
is
surprised.
surprising.
Yeah.
From the standpoint of Tennessee State to score 42 points against Eastern Kentucky, that's surprising. For Eastern Kentucky to score 56, and I think they only passed the ball for 70 yards.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now, and this is one of the reasons I'm proud of our football team is that, you know, we know you and I both know how talented Tennessee State is.
Yeah.
But once the playoffs were out of reach. You're starting to see their scores go up each week. I don't know, and I'm not trying to, but if you ask me, that's one of the reasons I'm glad our kids, I'm proud of them for sticking together after getting off this 0-3 start.
Right, and I was going to, I'll come back to that. Let's talk about the Jacksonville State-Austin Peay game, and that was at Jacksonville State.
Yeah, not surprising. I mean, Jacksonville State is an outstanding team and continue to roll.
What I was going to say is that, well, you are right, because I remember a few weeks ago looking at our conference standings, and, we're toward the bottom, and now we're up there just behind Eastern Illinois, Eastern Kentucky,
right.
Jacksonville State. Credit to you and the team for stringing 4 wins in a row and putting us in the top half of the conference.
Well, like I said, it's been a challenging year, and it makes me nauseous at times. But I mean, there's no way that you can't sit there and it pops in my mind probably about once every hour.
Wow.
That we're 6 points away from sitting here at 7-3.
Mm-hmm.
And but that Central Arkansas game haunts me, and so does that Southeast Missouri game. And we talked about one play, one call, all the different things. But
even beyond that, Coach, I would like to play Eastern Kentucky again. I would like to play Jacksonville State again.
No, you're right. With the confidence that we have right now.
Yeah, because we look like a different team.
And and so like I said, and normally our schedule's been a little bit different. Maybe we played these 4 games in a row we've won early, possibly, and then you're 4-0 going into the EKU, Jacksonville State, and sometimes that's made a difference for us as well. So, but we didn't get it done. But I am proud. I've learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot. Our team's learned a lot about ourselves. And I told them today, you guys, there never was a day that you came to practice that I saw a defeatist attitude. And it hit us right with the York Trophy to have something to grab onto to the next goal. And they did a great job with it. They hung together and they kept playing, and proud for them.
One of our coaches used to say adversity doesn't necessarily build character, it shows character.
Well, and you know what? I mean, in FBS football, or FCS football, there's no bowl game at the end of this. It's playoffs or nothing. Mm-hmm. And and so it's not like you get to 6-6 and get 6 wins and you get in and all that, and you're playing 2 FBS games who, you're the underdog. And so then you're playing 10 like opponents.
Yeah.
And so if you win 60% of those, you're still that's 6-4 in those winnable games, and you got those other 2 losses out there, and you're 6-6.
Right.
So it's difficult. It really is, but it's similar to what you see sometimes in the MAC and it's what you see sometimes in the Sun Belt, because for financial situations, those teams have to play the. Now it's for a lot more money. They're going to play the, MTSU played BYU this week,
right.
and they'll play Georgia Tech and some different schools because, there's certain in their non-conference games they're bringing in certain revenues before they get in their conference games, and so if they go 5-3 in their league and they've got 2 losses hanging out there, it looks like it's a 6-6 year. But it's still a pretty good year for them because of what they played. But they're getting a bowl game at the end of it because there's 30-something bowl games. And FCS football, there is no bowl games. And so that's just another reason why I'm proud of our players to where and this week should be exciting for them. I want them to enjoy it and embrace the opportunity that's ahead of them.
And I see, to me, I mean, your players are going to be motivated for the most part, hopefully, for the games, even as much as you do. But it's maybe that Tuesday night practice when you've lost 3 games in a row, where that's the tough time on some drill that you've done 30 times, that you've got to make them focus and go through the motions.
And like I said, I think, after 9 years, we've, the tradition, we've continued to develop tradition. We're continuing to develop a standard, and these seniors didn't want to be the first losing OVC team, in 9 years or 10 years, whatever it's been. So proud of them for hanging in there. Still got 2 games left and 8 quarters.
Okay, we'll talk about the game coming up Saturday. UT Martin taking on the #1 team in the country in Mississippi State, a school Coach Simpson knows quite a bit about. When we return, Skyhawk Talks at Snappy Tomato Pizza on the UT Martin Skyhawk Sports Network.